Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to be taking on the Planet Namek Saga only stage of Super Battle Road. So, the team I brought here is pretty much the standard one I think you're going to be seeing. You could replace Namek Goku with another Frieza unit, but Namek Goku is so good that I figured he should probably be included here. The support memory we're bringing here is to support Extreme Class Planet Namek Saga units, which everyone on here is except for Goku. This is my first real attempt at this stage. I was going to no-item it and upload a video of it, but I figured since it's our first real run-through that I would just use some items. I'll attempt a no-item run it later. The stage isn't extremely hard, but then again, no stage really is when you've got full power Frieza and Namek Goku on the team. So here basically what I was thinking was I wanted to test the waters and see how much damage that full power Frieza would take with no item. And I'm going to base my assessment of his damage here on whether or not I'll use an item next turn. So luckily for us here, Frieza decided to just assert his dominance over Dodoria and absolutely obliterate him, taking him out here. The only damage I take right here is actually from the Zarbon Dodoria unit at the end getting smacked up. But they're such a pivotal unit on this team. Their support is just absolutely ludicrous, and I can't see not bringing them, even though they do take a bit of damage. And to their credit, it was type disadvantage in Super Battle Road with no item, but they still take a ridiculous amount of damage here. Over half of our health, to be exact, and 2 normals. But that's what the Princess Snake item's for. So this is going to be the rotations we're rocking here. The full power Frieza and the third form Frieza, and then the Namek Goku and the full power Frieza. I'm not worried about taking any damage here, even if I wouldn't have popped that item. Frieza's probably just going to destroy Zarbon, and then we'll move on to the next part. Just to mention that Jace is also a pivotal member of this team. His ability to see super attacks is absolutely crucial. Some of these units, if they get hit by a super attack, you just die, like the Zarbon and Dodoria. So having Jace around to tell you when those super attacks are going to happen is absolutely crucial to success in this stage, in my opinion. So we destroyed Zarbon there, and we're going to be moving on to the next part, which is against the Ginyu Force. This is probably the hardest part just because you're eating so many attacks here. The fight at the end, the Frieza, is just a joke because he's STR and you have AGL full power Frieza. So I found this part to be the hardest part of the entire stage. Not just because you can get caught here with some attacks, especially if you don't finish off enemies quickly. So I'm debating here whether or not I want to use an item. I'm looking around, and I wasn't going to use one. I was going to test the waters and see if we got lucky and birded it in super in front there. But the fact that the first form Frieza in the back is going to be eating those attacks, and I can't get a super attack with him, I figured I would just pop the Nurse Chi-Chi and play it safe. I'm not really targeting the enemies here in any special order, just going with the enemies that have type disadvantage to try and kill them off as quickly as possible. So for Frieza, I'm going to hit the Jace here, and hopefully he just one-shots him, which he does very easily, and that additional super is really going to help, because like I said, you want to clear out these enemies as fast as possible so you're not eating all those attacks. Namek Goku will probably also clear out his enemy in one hit. He's getting the buff for fighting extreme class enemies here, and he's in the second slot, so he'll be hitting very hard. I don't expect Goro to survive this at all. It was a good thing I popped that Nurse Chi-Chi because Goro happened to super Frieza, who had type disadvantage against him, and that would have been very bad. We probably would have died even after Frieza supered, so it wouldn't have been good. And that was the exact reason I targeted Raccoon, because I wanted to have a chance of getting an additional super against him with Frieza, and that paid off. So here, I'm going to be floating the Zarbon Dodoria off. I'm a little worried about them getting hit by the Ginyu there, so that's why I'm going to take him out here with third form Frieza. I'm not worried about using an item here. None of the attacks are coming till after Frieza supers in the front there. And third form Frieza would just be hit by Ginyu, but I have confidence that third form will take him out before he can ever attack. And the attack that's going to hit the Zarbon and Dodoria in the back is type disadvantage, so I'm not worried here. Even like taking the super here isn't a big deal. It still did a lot of damage, but I didn't think that we would die either way, so turns out not using an item was a good idea. Third form Frieza here. going super hard against Ginyu, which is good. Third form Frieza is a very good unit. A lot of the time, though, he doesn't get to shine at all, because if you're running him in an event next to full power Frieza usually just dominates and doesn't let third form Frieza attack. So actually we got unlucky, and that last attack didn't kill Ginyu, but thankfully Zarbon and Dodoria were able to get it done, and that attack they ate there didn't do any damage to them at all. So Jace on rotation here, we're seeing that there's no super attacks coming, so no need to pop an item at all. Frieza will probably take care of Birder, and even if he doesn't, Goku will get him. If there had been a super in front of Frieza, I may have popped an item, because as you saw, Frieza last time took like almost 300,000 damage from a super with no item, and I wouldn't want to risk him eating that and us dying so close to the end here. But he got the additional super anyway, so we didn't have to waste an item here, and Birder is down for the count, and we'll move on to the Scr Frieza. So like I said before, this stage is kind of just a joke, because having the two full power Friezas on your team is just going to annihilate this Scr Frieza. We almost kill him here in one turn. So I'm popping the Princess Snake just because I want to get that healing up there, and I want a little extra defense for the third form and the Scr Frieza in the back there. Third form just started on this turn, so he doesn't have any stacks whatsoever, so getting him some extra defense will be fine. Even with that Princess Snake active, still took 86k, which was actually really impressive to me for him to do that damage to full power Frieza. But I mean, it was before he supered and could do anything about raising his attack or defense, so... But still, pretty impressive to deal that kind of damage to him, even through the Princess Snake. So as you can see here, Frieza is just taking chunks of his health here, and he decided to give us a triple super, which is just decimating. So now we're going to get our attacks in here from third form Frieza. Third form Frieza might be looking a little lackluster here, like I said, only hitting 1.4, but he needs to build up and do these attacks. But once he does build up, he's a very, very impressive unit. He ramps up very quickly. Every unit on this team is very good. The Frieza attacking at the end here, the Scr one, in my opinion, is the second best free-to-play unit in the game. And for him to be able to compete in Super Battle Road stages like this and do well, just is more merit to him being such a good free-to-play unit. So we're getting in what's probably going to be one of our final attacks here on Frieza. This turn just decimated him, and we also have full power Frieza on the next turn, so Frieza's not going to survive at all. So we actually got lucky getting him very low. We get to do one of my favorite active skills in the game, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this and let it play.
It's over. Never hurt anyone ever again.
Absolutely love that active skill, and I brought Namek Goku hoping that we would get it. Only thing to do now is I'm going to go ahead and accept the mission here so you guys can see what the reward is. But other than that, guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to more content coming out soon, and have a good one.